My brother-in-law waited for my boyfriend to leave for work and came into my room. This is the second time it's happened. My boyfriend doesn't know anything. Yes, I cheated on my boyfriend with his own brother. In our bedroom, where we sleep together every night. And the worst part isn't that. The worst part is that it's not the first time. The first time happened after Christmas. And this time, just a week ago. The three of us still live together. My boyfriend suspects nothing. I know it's wrong. I would judge someone who did this too. I was always the kind of girl who said that if something goes wrong, you either talk about it or end it. I never thought I would end up cheating on my boyfriend, let alone with his own brother. I've never hidden things from him. But this time, I gave in to temptation. Let me tell you how it all started. My boyfriend and I had been together for almost 3 years. We have a calm, stable relationship. He's very hardworking, and I love that about him. We have breakfast together, watch series at night, and have normal weekends. He's not toxic, and he doesn't get jealous. A few months ago, his older brother lost his job. He had nowhere to stay, and his mother had a free room. She's a very kind person and offered for him to stay with us. She told him to stay as long as he needed and that she would help him. At first, we barely talked. Casual chats, greetings, some jokes. But everything changes when you spend 24 hours with the same people. The house was quiet during the day, calm in the mornings, and the nights were fun. Up until then, everything was normal. But then I started noticing gestures, tones, strange looks. It wasn't flirting. At least, not at first. Sometimes, when my boyfriend went to sleep early, we would stay up talking for a while. He had something, he listened to me. No distractions, no phone, no rush. And before I realized it, I started looking forward to those moments. The first time happened after Christmas. I didn't plan it. I got up for water in the middle of the night, found him awake in the kitchen, and we ended up talking. That was the first time I cheated. The next morning, we pretended everything was normal, and it worked. I thought it was a one-time mistake, a momentary thing. But it wasn't. Weeks went by without anything happening. Absolutely nothing. That convinced me it had really ended. Until 7 days ago. My boyfriend works early. That day, his alarm went off before dawn. He got dressed quietly, half asleep, gave me a quick kiss, and left. I heard the door close. And that's when it all started again. The house was completely silent. That typical morning silence. I was lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, wide awake. I wasn't sleepy. I knew he was awake too. I hadn't seen him. I hadn't spoken to him. But I knew. That week, I noticed he was seeking me out more than usual. I knew he was planning something. As if both of us were silently waiting for exactly the same thing, without ever saying it. A few minutes passed. I heard a door open in the hallway. The footsteps weren't normal. They were slow, careful, the kind of footsteps of someone trying not to make a sound. That's when I smiled. The footsteps stopped in front of my door. There were a few seconds of absolute silence. And then, a soft knock. I didn't ask who it was. I opened the door. And there he was. We didn't say anything. There was no need to. The situation was perfectly clear. No one else was home. My boyfriend was at work. No one could interrupt us. That was the moment when I could have stopped and told him no. But I didn't. I stepped aside and let it happen. I knew perfectly well what was about to happen. I could have stopped it, could have said enough, but I couldn't. I don't know if it was the adrenaline or the closeness of living under the same roof for so many days. All I know is that I couldn't resist, and I ended up cheating for the second time. After that, everything went on as if nothing had happened. The rest of the day passed normally. I went about my tasks, tidied up, aired out the room, changed the sheets, and left everything exactly as it had been. I paid attention to every detail to make sure there was no evidence left behind. That night, my boyfriend came home from work. He greeted me as always, told me about his day, we had dinner together, and he didn't suspect a thing. That was the most relieving part. He looked at me with affection, with total trust, and all I could think about was what had happened hours earlier. And the worst part is that it's not the first time. This is the second time. I know it's wrong, very clearly, but at the same time, I don't want to stop. There's something about him that attracts me. Something unexpected is happening. I'm starting to have feelings for my brother-in-law. I don't know if it's the thrill, the daily closeness, or just the way he looks at me, the way he talks to me when we're alone. But it's no longer just an impulse. I find myself thinking about him, waiting for him, and that scares me a little. I'm starting to feel something for him, and that terrifies me. I don't want this to turn into something bigger, but I can't deny what I feel whenever we're alone. I'm afraid that one day my boyfriend will come home early and catch us. The thought freezes me, because I love him. I really love him. I value everything he does for me, how he works all day to support us, to give us a calm, stable life. I know he trusts me, and that makes all of this weigh even heavier on my conscience. But at the same time, I have to be honest with myself. For now, this is just a slip. A weakness, a moment when I couldn't control myself. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I also can't erase what's already happened. I'm caught between what I want to do and what I know is right. And now I wonder, and I ask you, who are listening to this story, do you think what I'm doing is wrong? Should I tell my boyfriend what happened, even though I know it could end our relationship? Or is it better to keep this a secret and try not to repeat it? I don't know what to do. Every thought confuses me more. On one hand, I know what I did was wrong, that I betrayed my boyfriend's trust. And on the other, I was enjoying the thrill with my brother-in-law. I want to know what you think. I don't know if anyone has ever gone through something like this, but I need your opinion. What would you do in my place? What makes everything even more confusing is that my brother-in-law keeps seeking me out. Every time I'm alone, he shows up with some excuse. Do you want to watch something together? Come spend some time, no one else is here. He's polite, he smiles, talks to me like nothing happened, but I feel there's something more in every look, in every gesture. And that confuses me even more. Being with him has become so normal that sometimes I forget I shouldn't feel this way. We share laughs, little conversations, moments that seem innocent, but each one of those moments makes me feel closer to him, and I don't know how to handle it. I realize I'm starting to crave those moments, to look forward to him seeking my company. The worst part is that I live practically 24 hours a day with him. There's not a day we don't cross paths, don't talk, don't have some situation together. I want to laugh and enjoy the moment, but at the same time I feel guilty for what's already happened, and for what could still happen. And now, as I tell this, I ask you, is this cheating? Or is it something that could happen to anyone? What do you think?